YouTube or listening on your favorite podcast provider, you are most definitely my people. Welcome to another episode of Botched, Bots, and Chair Shots. I am your host, a chef by trade, no mark by choice. I am the Will Gray, and joining me tonight is the shaman of ShElite, the sultan of Step On Me, the host of ShElite Showcase Inside the Mind of, and Storytime with Katie Kinsey, baby, co-host of the #1 wrestling podcast, co-host of the #1 horror podcast on Pornhub. She is Miss Katie Kinsey, baby. Katie, how are you?
I'm here.
The honorary oos of Botched, Bots, and Chair Shots.
That's me.
And
Howdy.
And back this week along with Katie is the host of CagemyIQ, our resident New Japan and UFC guy, part of the Bloodline Network. He is Mr. Dan Bakley. Dan, welcome back, Bubba.
This is becoming a habit, and I kind of like it.
Often. I love you guys.
Yeah.
We were talking before we hit record about un zapatos amarillo, and I would much rather have the two of you just throwing that out there.
There's apparently a line for me, so you might have to get into that. So
I'm okay with whatever I have to do. I'm not going to make an inappropriate comment 8 minutes into the show, though. I'm not him.
No, you're not.
And, as always, perched upon her iron throne in the boss bitch's corner, she is the Beyonce to my Hova, the Bonnie to my Clyde. She is the brains behind the operation. She is the boss bitch. Miss Al, how are you?
I'm real tired. We've been going nonstop for like 2 weeks, despite the fact that we didn't do a show last week. There's been lots of family things happening, and it's just been real busy.
It's been wild.
I need a break. I need vacation. Vacation.
Well, this isn't it. Not tonight.
No, I'm pretty sure like we won't have an actual break until sometime in July.
We've got multiple shots lined up, and we've got the trip to Winston. We've got plenty to keep us busy over the next few weeks.
You guys are good.
Nice.
But guys, it's that time. I'm going to ask, what has you pissed off for greatness? You guys got anything that's got you worked up this week in pro wrestling? Dan looks deep in thought.
I guess I'll go. Something that kind of got on my nerves this week was they did the Best of Super Juniors. It started last week, and I kind of hate the format that they switched to. Like, I like the one that they did last year where they had a couple like just random tag matches with the guys, and then they would do like the 4 matches a night, and it was like 3 weeks long. This week they switched it to every night is 10 matches, and it's for the tournament, and it's kind of hard to follow when you got to watch 10 matches a night for 5 nights in a row. Only have 1 day in between, and then another 5 nights. So it's like I've become like 3 days behind on the whole thing, trying to catch up. And I wish they would have just gave that extra week and kind of like broke it down a little bit.
Do you think at this point it could be afforded to do the Best of the Super Dupers the same way they do the G1?
Yes, that's what they did. They did it basically the same format, and then they decided to switch just so they could get it done in 2 weeks.
Oh, so you're saying they changed how the shows were ran. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying the format changed. So
No.
they're just overbooking the shows. There's just a shit ton of wrestling happening all at once.
Yeah. Exactly. Instead of 3 weeks, they cut it to 2 weeks. So they have like a break between that and then their next tour, which leads up to Dominion, which is like the SummerSlam of New Japan. And so just you should just ran the extra week. That way you're not overdoing it, because people are going to have trouble catching up with it. That's 3-hour shows that they're doing in 2 week span with only 1 day off.
This is why you're the resident New Japan guy. Are the Super Juniors, are they a big enough tournament to warrant their own pay-per-view finale, or could the Best of the Super Duper finale be at Dominion maybe? Like to stretch it out some so there's not quite so much.
I think they could, because the winner will face the champion at Dominion. That's the whole kind of concept.
Okay, so
It's just like the G1. The winner basically faces the champion at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
They do it this way just so it's not going on at the same time. they got some great talent there. It's nice to see Speedball and Mike Bailey perform against some of these Japanese guys in this tournament. His last match is tomorrow against Leo Rush, and it's a big match. And I'm looking forward to see how he finishes because he's done a great job. Like just seeing him against Hiromu was probably one of my favorite matches, and that led off the tournament.
I like Leo Rush. I'm not completely disappointed with what he's done in New Japan. I was when he was the manager for Bobby Lashley, Man of the Hour Leo Rush. I really liked that version of him. He was a good mouthpiece. Katie, you got anything for me?
The fact that the women's tag titles are cursed.
Yes.
Big facts.
Like,
Facts.
Also, I'm pretty sure somebody said it was almost exactly a year from the last time they were,
Vacated?
relinquished.
Oh, relinquished, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was when your girl, Sasha.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
So, like, also, it's kind of stupid, the fact that you don't have... If you're going to just include women from SmackDown, you should have just included Alba and Isla, make it a unification match for them. And why not have Katana and Kaden in it, who are an actual tag team? But no, let's throw Ronda's terrible, shitty ass and Shayna. I love Shayna, but like she could do so much better. And give Raquel another shot with another random opponent. That's kind of bullshit.
Agreed.
Yeah, pretty much agreed with everything you said. Ronda is at my short list of people that I think need to go back to Hollywood. I think that's a good way
Or
to
she
look
could just
at
go
it.
home.
Yeah.
Or
just
away.
go home.
Just disappear.
She could go anywhere but here. Like, I was happy she left. I was happy she left MMA, and then she had to go to my other love of wrestling, and I was just like, I can't get rid of her.
We're stuck with her.
I'm not a Ronda Rousey guy, that's for sure.
She's white.
It's just her personality. It's just when she, I don't want to say gets her way, but when things don't align right with her, and then she has that bad attitude of complaining too much, and then she just takes the ball and goes away until she gets it.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't seem like she's like has the personality. Like it seems like she's gotten a little bit better in the ring, but it's just everything else, how she acts, personality. She just came back from injury, and it looks like she's injured again. When she did that kick, and if you're watching slow motion, she stumbles, and it looks like she's hobbling.
It's because she's garbage, bro.
Yeah.
And she
sucks.
never seems happy to actually be a part of the WWE. Like, she trashes WWE, like, in every interview. Like, oh, the creative doesn't do right, or, like, girl, like, you
Which
wanna
that might be
bite
true,
the
but
only...
damn.
She's literally biting the only hand that's feeding her right now. Like, nobody wants you, Rhonda. Like...
Preach.
Love to see her go back to UFC and get cooked again.
That would be dope.
No, because she'll just act
funny.
like a crybaby and quit again.
Exactly. Quit it all.
She's a quitter.
Go back and make, what's that Sly Stallone movie she did? Yeah, the Unbreakables.
Expendables.
Unbreakables.
Whatever they were. Yeah. Go back and
Close.
make like the 12th version of that movie. That's what she can do.
Yeah.
Al,
Or
what's
she
up,
should.
Jaxbo? Jaxbo in the house, everybody's favorite ginger ninja. You got anything for me, Al?
Yeah, I'm tired of Tony Khan having big announcements to announce he's having a big announcement. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, I have a huge announcement, but my announcement is information you already know and to announce, and I'm gonna have another announcement. Like,
Those announcements are crucial.
no, they're not. They're literally to get people to watch his fucking show because their numbers are horrible.
They're not horrible,
They're not great.
but they're averaging. They're keeping a consistent number. This is the thing I've been
That's
arguing.
true. They are consistently mediocre.
I've been arguing this since
their
the
numbers.
get-go. It's not that they're not putting up great numbers. They don't have millions of viewers. But the thing that's important to remember is they consistently stay in that 750 to 850 range every single week. And those are the kind of numbers that Warner Brother Discovery are going to be looking for.
Right. And, like, don't get me wrong, I really like AEW, but I just think it's funny, like, he tries to pull all these tricks to, like, boost his numbers, but, like, it doesn't do anything.
And I agree with you with the announcements, but I'll give him a pass on this one because I know why he did this. Because of the dirt sheets kind of messing with it with the whole CM Punk thing. I think he wanted to announce CM Punk was going to be there as like a secondary part of the announcement. And then they go and kind of ruin it and put all these things out about CM Punk. So then CM Punk's like, let's hold off on it. So they take his name off and they're like, okay, we can hold off on this. And then it makes it look even worse than what it is because they wanted to do it then and there. But because of that, they kind of had to like be like, oh, here's this announcement. We got another one for it where it's going to be next week. And then everybody will know from there, oh, he's going to be coming back. So it's like...
Yeah, we'll see.
Mine's short and easy. What has me pissed off for greatness this week is that when we go to an indie show and we're shooting content and footage, both for the promotion and for botch spots and share shots, that in 2023 we had somebody come up to us. We weren't even completely in the locker room. We were in like the backstage lobby area, and a jealous independent wrestler's wife had an usher come into the area and make Allison leave because she didn't want females back there while her husband was in the locker room. And I'm sorry, I'm not advocating for any extramarital affairs by saying this, but we were very professional in what we were doing, and the fact that this woman still had the audacity to make me have a member of our team go to another part of the arena away from the rest of us because she is so insecure with what's going on. Like, that drove me up the wall. Allison had literally got asked to leave the room because of how insecure this one person's wife was.
Well, his wife is going to cost him opportunities everywhere else.
Yeah, like
That's what it is.
I wasn't able to photograph backstage and do we were offering to do promo photos for their roster, which I could not do because I was not allowed backstage.
Yep. They literally we couldn't do everything we were supposed to do because somebody's wife didn't want Allison backstage taking pictures.
If I was in charge, I would have been like, her opinions don't matter. She can leave. You guys are here to do a job. That's when the people take charge here.
Now, did you tell the promotion, we did what we could, but she couldn't do part of what she had to because this woman asked her to leave?
No, they were super happy with everything we did. We put out top-notch work, as always. I just think it's silly that in that situation, it would be different if she was just hanging out in the locker room, but she was legitimately working and, working with me, and we had mobile cameras and everything going all at the same time. But they sent an usher back there to ask her to leave because somebody's wife wasn't comfortable with a woman backstage. That just seems silly. What's good, Clark Street? Thanks for stopping by, brother.
They've had problems with it in the past.
Yeah. So, it is what it is. I just think it's silly.
No, I agree.
Al, it's your time. Time for some news
and rumors. Just interrupt me, man. No, you're cool. So one thing I do want to say before we start news and rumors, thoughts and stuff to the family of Billy Graham.
Yeah, big superstar
so
Billy Graham.
We lost him this week, so thinking about them. Another thing before news and rumors. In addition to it being Mental Health Awareness Month, it is also Jewish Heritage Month.
Whoop, whoop.
So, I wanted to go through a little list of wrestlers you might not know were Jewish, and one you definitely know is Jewish.
I bet I know which one you're talking about.
So, for starters, the Malenkos are Jewish. Dean Malenko and those peeps.
Good on you, Dean.
Raven.
That was a surprise, but not really.
Yeah. Paul Heyman, which we knew.
That's the one you're talking about. That's the definite one we knew, right?
No.
Oh.
No.
Goldberg, also, we knew.
With a name like Goldberg, he has to be Jew.
Medusa.
That was cool. I was kind of cool about that one. That was kind of shocked by that.
Randy Savage by birth only. His mother was Jewish, but he was raised Catholic, but it counts because his mother was Jewish. And that's how we do things. It goes by the mom. Kevin Nash, also a Jew. Brian Pillman was a Jew. Colt Cabana.
I did know that one. He's still
Drew Gulak.
Kind of looking at him, you would see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Okay.
And of course, the number one Jew in our hearts, Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
MJF.
Everyone's favorite rat bastard.
Everyone's favorite rat bastard.
MJF. I love me some MJF.
So, no.
Second best theme song in AEW right now.
What's the first?
That banger of a fucking theme that Orange Cassidy comes to right now. That Jefferson Starship song, Jane. Dude.
Ask me how many times I've listened to that song.
It's my second favorite theme song right now. That I Prevail cover of Blank Space. Oh.
That's a great song.
Fantastic.
It's a great cover.
Hey, what's on your news and rumors list? Is it really long? Because I'm tired.
Rude ass.
I'm just kidding, gal. We haven't done anything in 2 weeks. There's bound to be lots of wrestling to talk about.
I mean, I only did this past week because anything past this week is irrelevant now.
Go watch Smackin' It Raw or ShElite or CageMyIQ if you want to know what happened last week in wrestling.
Yeah.
Let's see. The current problem between AEW and CM Punk is not a work. I guess that's still a question. If the two sides cannot reach an agreement over Ace Steel's status for Collision, AEW will look to move the premiere episode of the show out of Chicago and into. They have a standing contract with Daly's Place. So if things don't work out for Punk, they're literally going to move it to Daly's Place. The situation has to be resolved by Wednesday when Tony Khan announces the location.
So that's what the announcement's going to be, right? That we all have to assume that it's going to be the location, and that'll tell us whether or not Punk's coming back?
Yes.
Yeah, he said it. He said that was his big announcement, was the location of the first AEW Collision.
It's not like he's not employed, because Ace Steel is employed. It's just that he's been working from home. He's been remote.
How do you remote?
Well, yeah, because they had to put a muzzle on him.
He's a backstage. He is not an in-ring performer.
How do you do that remote?
Same way we do our jobs remotely, Al, via Zoom and computers and stuff. What do you mean?
Rude.
I mean, it's a fact. I'm not rude. I'm sorry. That wasn't rude.
Still no deal for Drew McIntyre. They're still disagreeing. They're less disagreeing about money now and more disagreeing about creative.
Yeah, that seems fitting.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So I really hope they figure that out. I love Drew. But I think he'll be a good asset no matter where he is, and I'll still watch him.
Drew
I feel like he did a lot for the company.
Yes, he's done it. He carried the company through COVID.
1,000% always said that, yeah.
It'd be like if they told Roman right now, well, we're fine. You know what I mean?
I don't think Drew's the same
But
level as Roman, but I get what you're saying.
No.
He's a bona fide star without question, and he's worth the money. And I think Drew's problem is right now, Drew is the 1A or 1B to a Roman Reigns and a Seth Rollins and a few other guys that might be ahead of him in the pecking order. And Drew's unhappy about the fact that he has to be the backup's backup.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it boils down to. Drew
Yeah,
wants
and
to
then
be
he
number
goes
one.
to, and then he goes to Raw, which would be perfect because he's off the same show as Roman, but now they're building Gunther as the number one heel there. When that's what they want to do, they want to move him to heel, and he's not going to be the number one heel. So it's going to be like, okay,
Yeah.
he could kind of get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. Supposedly Bray Wyatt is still on payroll. He is listed in WWE's internal groupings among other unassigned wrestlers like Gable Stevenson, R-Truth, Logan Paul, and Ciampa.
I mean, good. Like, Bray, they need to fucking figure it out. They need to let Bray be Bray.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
So until they figure that out, we'll stay there.
I'm in the middle because I think Booker T put he said it right. Right now, Bray Wyatt needs to stop being more about the spectacle, like the image of him, and just start getting there and start putting on good matches and build momentum, and then use that to figure something out instead of trying to figure out what he's going to do and then not get the ball running with it.
Yeah.
But has Bray ever really had a good match, though, Bakley?
They're all productions.
I mean, I'm not taking away from the fact the man's been a world champion. I'm not saying he can't work. What I'm saying is and I use this terminology a lot, he's a character-based wrestler, meaning he makes the bigger piece of his pie the character-based work and less about his in-ring work. Therefore, to me, he falls to the wayside in what I watch because I'm not a character-based wrestler. I want to watch good old-fashioned wrestling, and I don't feel like Bray's that guy, but that's okay. We don't yuck anybody's yum here at Botched Spots and Share Shots, right, guys?
Yeah. I mean, people like Bray. People don't like Bray. I think that they just need to figure out, what he's doing. He needs to decide, if he's going to, deal with what he has to deal with to be in WWE or take his ball and go home again. It's you can't have, that they're not going to give you both. I mean, they put him in a soda pop gimmick match. I mean, it was coolish.
Soda pop.
But you know what I mean? It doesn't strike me that he willingly agreed to be in that kind of, in a sponsored match.
You mean the $2 million Mountain Dew pitch black match?
Yeah.
Or whatever it was?
Yeah.
I just feel bad for Bobby Lashley because he was supposed to wrestle on Mania, and then he did it because of this whole thing.
Yeah.
And his consolation was winning the Battle Royal and then just showing up at Mania with it for a minute.
45 seconds and then he was out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some of these guys don't care about they only care about themselves and not the fact that there are other people in the locker room and that they are, kind of a team. In essence, him, not wanting to deal with the creative staff that he was given, it affected somebody else's entire job.
Yeah.
Agreed. But that's also what happens. And this isn't a slight towards Bray. This is just the reality of the situation. And we see this in every single profession, no matter what. You're going to have those prima donnas everywhere you go. They were all over the place in the kitchens. You know what I mean? Chefs that thought they were, too big for their britches or whatever you want to say. You see it everywhere. And I feel like Bray might be one of those guys where he might think he's bigger than the WWE. And I just don't think that's the case.
We shall see. AEW Fight Forever has yet again another release date of June 27th. An announcement should be coming in the next week to make it official. I bet $5 that it's pushed back again.
That game's never coming out.
That game is never coming out.
We'll get 2K24 before we get Fight Forever.
It'll come out the 27th. A lot of people.
We'll get GTA 6 before this game comes out.
I can't wait for GTA 6. There's a small, minute chance that they give us a teaser trailer for it on Wednesday.
They fucking better.
At the PlayStation Sony stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't GTA 5 come out with, the PS3?
The GTA 5 came out on the Xbox 360. So
5 was on PS4, too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's been on all of them because it's still an active online game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is the third generation that GTA 5 has been
Yeah.
on.
I think it was a good sign though that they put out a bunch of stuff this week for Fight Forever, where they put out clips, designs, and stuff.
I
So
like
I feel
the
like that's
fact that it's an arcade game, too.
Yeah, I felt like that was a good showing that it's actually coming out, and they plan to, because I think the idea of putting it out there was to coincide with Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Because I think it's the day after or the day before that's when it's getting released.
We shall see. I hope it is on Xbox Game Pass because
It was supposed to be.
I don't want to buy it. And I have Game Pass. I don't know. If it's good, I will get it, but I'm not going to get it until I hear someone be like, "This is awesome." So, everyone's talked this to death, so I'll only briefly mention it. Seth Rollins is going to be a supervillain. Captain America. Whatever it's going to be called, I don't know. I'm not a Marvel
New
person.
World Order.
Yeah, New World Order, yeah.
He's Captain Silly Snake with the Slytherin team. He's a Slither Snake. The next Fast movie will be out before that game. No doubt. We'll get Fast 11 before we get Fight Forever. Clark Street's right. He's playing one of the henchmen. He's playing, that's it. He's playing a henchman for one of the main bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Katie and Savannah said on ShElite, if he does not curb stomp somebody, they wasted him being in that movie.
Apparently he's still filming it. Apparently he might need more time out there. So I'm wondering how they do that, considering he has to go to Saudi to do the match with AJ.
Did they already film SmackDown? Do we know that? Or are
Yes.
they doing it? They did?
They did.
Okay.
Yes, somebody spoiled it on something that happens on the tweeters.
Oh, big surprise. Twitter
surprise.
spoiled something? No way.
Yeah.
No way.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah. House of Black has been doing open challenges for the AEW Trios titles in recent weeks. A new group from ROH and Dark will be competing with them. AR Fox, what's the other guy's
Blake
name?
Christian?
Blake
Well, no.
Christian and
Metal-
Mascala.
Metalik.
Metalik.
Oh, Grand Metalik, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mascal was a
that
huge
should
fan.
be interesting. We know Blake Christian.
Just sort of.
Sort of. He is buddies. He started out in an indie promotion that we used to work with, and he's a rude panda. So there's
Rude
that.
Panda.
He
Uh-oh.
also stole one of our boys' girls. So
You know what? One, Blake hates me because I wrote mean things about him. Apparently wrestlers don't like it when I write mean things about them. I said that Blake Christian had to be carried through a match both literally and figuratively because every move that man did, Colton Cage literally had to catch him in the air for everything he did. Whether it was a leg drop or a cross, like everything the man did, he had to physically be carried through the match. And I felt like it was a little bit crazy. So Blake Christian has heat with me because I said he can't work. My bad. I think it's going to be a great match, though, because House of Black are going to beat the ever-loving shit out of these fast guys. These fast, flippy guys.
flippity.
Well, I mean, yeah, because like Malachi and Buddy are also super fast guys too,
Yeah.
and Brody's just an imposing threat of a human being.
I mean, and they're obviously not going to drop the title to 3 Ring of Honor guys. Like, let's just be...
No.
Blake
They'll
Christian's
lose,
not
right?
even a Ring of Honor guy. He's not even under contract. He's an indie darling.
No, he's under contract with Ring of Honor.
Did he sign a Ring of Honor deal?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I stand corrected. Bakley, way to go.
DIY to reunite as Ciampa may be set to return. It was noted that the big push will begin after Night of Champions and go into the lead up to Money in the Bank.
Give me Sammy KO and DIY, please.
All
I've been
day.
saying that for fucking years.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love me some Ciampa. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what I want. I want to see more of that.
I need a new DIY shirt. That's what I need.
I'll tolerate Johnny, same face if I get more Tommaso Ciampa on my screen.
See, the disrespect to Johnny Gargano. Consistent.
Johnny 5-star match. Come on now.
Johnny same face.
Mr. NXT, Mr. Takeover himself.
Johnny,
Put some
same
respect
match
on Johnny
every
Gargano's
time
name.
I've ever seen him wrestle.com/not-a-real website.
Oh Lord.
Hey, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same if it's a 5-star.
5-star bangers every time.
Seth Rollins will make WWE history when he wrestles at Night of Champions. Rollins has won 15 championships in WWE, in addition to winning 2014 Money in the Bank ladder match and the 2019 Royal Rumble. Rollins will make history at the event as he will become the first person in history to compete in 3 inaugural championship matches. The 2012 NXT Championship, the 2016 Universal Championship, and the 2023 World Heavyweight Championship.
He beat Jinder, lost to Finn, and now he has AJ.
Now he's gonna beat Allen.
We all feel like Allen's going down, right?
If Allen doesn't go down,
Well, no, in WWE, I'm not gonna try and say that's a foregone conclusion because they could just go and make it AJ for whatever reason.
no, it shouldn't be AJ. You know why?
It shouldn't.
AJ shouldn't be in the fucking tournament.
AJ's not a heavyweight.
AJ's also on SmackDown.
Wait,
That's my
did you
biggest
just say-
complaint.
Did you just say he's not a heavyweight, even though
No.
he's going up against a guy that's lighter than him?
Still, I don't care. Shh. Seth Rollins looks better than
That's
AJ Styles.
perfectly good reason right there for me to think he should win a wrestling match. No. If Allen beats Colby, I'll be really shocked. That's all.
Pissed. No, I will be pissed if Roman and Solo win those tag titles. I will literally turn it off. I will turn it off.
I'm gonna
I
bang
can't
my head
wait.
against the wall.
AJ's doing it for all the soccer moms. That's what he's doing it for.
AJ's doing it for the Karens with his Karen haircut. Let's see. Okay, so I want to do a little game-ish. It's not really a game.
Ooh.
So, WWE drops first tease for new Judgment Day member during Monday Night Raw. So, we're going to do
My son.
everyone's favorite wrong answers only.
Who's joining Judgment Day?
Who's joining Judgment Day? Wrong answers only.
My son.
Your son.
Everybody's favorite Ginger. Katie, you got anybody?
No, because all I just think about is stupid bobblehead looking ass, and I don't want him anywhere near them.
Old JD McDone nothing?
I don't want him
Why are you
there.
gonna hate against my guys?
Right,
like
but this
that?
is
His
wrong.
head is too big.
This is wrong answers, not right answers.
JD
know,
McDonough
I'm just
joining
saying, I
Judgment
don't-
Day is the wrong answer.
Oh, yes.
That too. I just don't want him anywhere near them.
Teddy Long.
Teddy
He's
Long.
gonna join the Judgment Day to be their mouthpiece, and he's gonna, instead of
Shane
saying he's gonna
O'Mac.
book him against the
Shane
Undertaker, he's gonna
O'Mac.
book him one-on-one against Damian
I'm going to
Priest.
say Natty.
Natty's gonna join Judgment Day. That's the one.
Yep. That's what it is.
That's it.
That's
Well,
what it is.
you said...
Clark Street says Roman with 4 titles. I can't wait.
No. Absolutely.
I'm gonna have if they win 4 titles, I'm gonna have Clark Street on just so the two of y'all can go head to head.
No. Another wrong answer only. Who's Raquel's mysterious tag team partner?
Herself. Shouldn't get a partner.
I said it's going to be Nia.
Oh, fuck.
They've been teasing Nia coming back. Like, she's been working out and doing a lot of stuff. Like, she's still technically on the roster. Like...
Well,
Tamina.
would be a good pick.
Tamina would be a good pick.
Ain't no one Mina.
They would honestly, I think, be a really good pair. Because they're both kind of like those Amazon, like... brr.
Yeah.
Piper would
Minions.
also be a good tag team partner for Raquel.
Yeah.
I just want to see Piper. I don't care what they do with her.
That's
just
because you have a crush on
just
her.
put her on my TV, man. Put her on
That's
my
fair.
TV.
You have a
I
crush on
understand.
Piper.
I do have a crush on Piper
Don't we
Niven.
all? Come on.
Like,
Yeah, you're right. We do.
Exactly.
Piper and Rhea is where it's at, man.
Piper and
Maybe Piper can join the Judgment Day. That would be spectacular.
That'd be fun.
That would be super fun.
I would be into Piper and some black spandex. That'd be dope. I'm here for that.
Let's...
Nikita Lyons. That's who
Sakita.
yeah, I was thinking of Nikita. That's who we need to get in Judgment Day. Get her and Rhea together. That's an OnlyFans dream waiting to happen.
Yeah, it is.
Ronda Rousey, in good news, Ronda Rousey reportedly going to be taking time away from WWE.
Okay, so she's not
She can
winning
just
the tag titles then.
Stay home.
Stay
Stay
home, Ronda.
Bye.
Be a mommy. Nobody wants
Yeah,
to see you.
go take care of your kid and your farm and whatever. Like, go away.
That like 25 like letter name that she named them because it's
Yeah.
Hawaiian. Simone, I mean, my bad.
Yeah. Okay, I've got...
We convinced Des to start watching wrestling because we're talking about hot women in black spandex, apparently. So that's cool.
That's all you really need in wrestling.
It really is. AEW files for yet another trademark for Double Jeopardy. This filing was initiated just one day after the debut of a new match type on last week's AEW Dynamite, featuring a stipulation where two champions face off and the winner gets a shot at the other's title.
Great. Woo. More double champions. Super.
Super. More hot potatoes.
Didn't they do a title shake-up match or something once in WWE similar to this? Where it was like
Probably.
they vacated all the titles. I'll look it up. It may not have been WWE. Somebody did it where they did a scramble
like
for all the titles.
TNA.
That sounds like a TNA thing, but I'll do some
That's
research.
100%
I'll be
a
back
TNA
with
thing.
this. World
I know
Championship scrambles?
It's a fucking Lucha Underground thing.
I know TNA it does the Feast or Fired where they have the what you call it on the corners, and then if you get one would be like a world title match that you get, one will be like the X division, one will be tag, then the other will be like you're fired.
Yeah. See?
Briefcases.
That's fucking awful. That is TNA sucks.
I like Impact.
No, I didn't say Impact. I said TNA.
It's all the same thing.
And they're different names.
It's all the same company.
Debatable.
That's
Well,
like
you
saying because they got different owners, the WWE's not the WWE anymore.
No, the WWE is and will always be low-key trash. So
There it is, ladies and
You're not
gentlemen.
wrong.
No, as we
That's
close
someone
another
who watches
episode of
all week. So I state facts, not opinions.
I'm not a big WWE guy anymore. It's
I'm not a
definitely
big anything anymore.
Katie's just tired of wrestling.
I'm just tired.
She's gonna start an anime podcast next.
All gonna be Yu-Gi-Oh.
Nice.
What's
next on
in
your
other
list now?
trademark news, Jay Lethal files for trademark to Black Machismo, so I guess he's going to be bringing that character to AEW.
That's
It's one of the only
fantastic.
actual good things about Jay Lethal.
You know, I've seen Jay Lethal work outside of AEW, and he is actually amazing. They just don't give him enough time or good storylines in AEW, but he's really amazing.
Oh, I know he is. And he had a match with, I don't remember how long ago this was. It was him and Ricky. And that match was fantastic.
Yeah.
Even
But,
the one with Briscoe.
Yeah.
The Briscoe match was good.
Yeah, they just, you stick him with fucking Jeff Jarrett of all people, then yeah, I'm not gonna pay attention or care in the slightest.
And that was his idea too. That was Jay Lethal's idea.
That's a big fucking mistake.
Well, it's because
they're trying to capitalize on the Ric Flair's last match because they were a tag team there.
Yeah. My last thing is, how does everybody feel about Night of Champions? You hot, you cold, you don't really care?
What is this, check your temperature? Fuck.
I'm just curious. I don't know, I'm kind of like, this was just the easiest way of not having to, like, super talk about it, but, like, mention it and be like, what does everybody think about this?
I'm lukewarm on bot shows. I think that's the best way to put it.
I'm lukewarm on it. Like, it has some good matches, but kind of sucks because I was excited for a King of the Ring
Me too.
to come back.
Cool.
Yeah, I was
But
excited
then,
about Queen of the Ring, and they said,
yeah.
nope, fuck you, and you're Queen of the Ring. So, a little disrespectful.
I mean, but they didn't do anything with it last year, so, like...
No, but at least we got it.
Yeah, we got Zelina talking in a really shitty fake English accent for way too long.
She spoke in multiple accents, actually.
True, but I'm just
She pulled a
saying,
Nicki
like,
Minaj, and that's what she said she was doing.
it got super annoying after a while. It's like, okay,
At least
let's
it
move on.
got her on TV and gave her something to do.
That's true.
And
That's
gave her
true.
that honor of being the first one.
And then she did win a title afterwards, the tag title, so.
For like 5 seconds, yeah.
Zelina and Mella were tag champs for a hot minute.
Were
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, you're right. They were for a while. I was thinking of, like, recently. The tag champs have just bounced around.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm playing with my Post-its because I don't care about the women's tag team division in WWE right now because it's not being booked properly.
Well, cool. Well, you can take over now. It's your show.
It's my show again? Do you guys remember when we did this? Y'all got your screens pulled up so y'all can see everything?
Yeah, I have them.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to pick back up where we left off. Just a little bit of highlights, just so you guys can remember. We put the Winged Eagle, the AAA Mega Championship, and the White Strapped IC title as the top 3 that we voted on. The women's title, the White Strapped New Japan IC title, the IWGP White Strapped IC, and the new heavyweight title, we're all in that A range. The AW titles were in that A- range. The Attitude Era women's title and the Burke from NWA were both solid Bs. We had a plethora of tag team belts ranked C and below, and then the current IC championship at a D. So we're going to dive right in. We're going to knock out some New Japan belts first and foremost. So we're going to start with the IWGP Women's World Title. It was debuted. The first Women's World Champion was Kyrie. Then she dropped to Mercedes. And now, is it still Mayu, Dan?
Is Miyu Iwatani.
Yeah, Miyu Iwatani. It's got a lot of the same features. It's got the Stardom stars. It's got the IWGP logo. It's very similar in spirit, but not design shape as the IWGP World title, the men's title. What do you guys think about the IWGP women's title? It's the first of its kind. They didn't have one until this.
I like it.
I like it.
It kind of looks like a crown at the top.
The fiery, flamey, crowny thing.
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
Fitting. The stars on the side does make it stand out. Like you said, Stardom. It makes sense. I kind of like, I don't know, it just looks like the old, like, big gold belt, like the gold and then, like, the black strap, which can't go wrong. I kind of like it. I think I give it, like, a solid B. Solid B.
I give it a C-.
You don't like it? What don't you like about it, Dan?
Well, considering the fact that I hate the IWGP heavyweight title, and it's just
wait.
But it's better than that. I do like the top where it looks like a crown. It probably would have looked better if it was 5 on the top, because it would remind me of the 5-star Grand Prix, which is the Stardom G1. That would have been a cool, like, kind of like just a touch to it. And I do like a little bit of the design. It's just, I don't know. I just don't like it. There's nothing to it. I think it's very random.
Al?
And whatnot. And I don't like the black.
I think it'd look better in white.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty belt. Oh, sorry, Kate. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just playing off of you. I kind of like the fact that it's not the white strap. It makes it seem more just like, I don't know. The white strap is, depending on like the title, makes it seem more feminine. I kind of like the fact that like the femininity is the design of the belt, not the strap. That makes sense.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like super like about it is I don't like the stars on the side because they look like sheriff badges. But I do love like the sapphires and the rubies. I think that's like a really pretty like touch there at the bottom. Like I would definitely give this an A minus. Like I like this belt. It could, it's not like the greatest, but it is really pretty, and I think it is probably one of the better looking like women's belts.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a B minus. It's not my favorite women's title, but it's not completely hideous either. I do agree that if they put more into the Stardom side of it and not so much into IWGP, and I know it is their title, but what they're doing is kind of sharing it, and I don't think they put as much into Stardom as they did New Japan.
I think it's all about like the meaning where it's supposed to be like not the merging of the companies, but like the working relationship, because they're split apart because of how Japan is. But I like the fact that they're making the women more important to where they want to have that relationship and make it primarily not just in the States, but they want to build something better. And to do that, you kind of have to have that relationship between New Japan and Stardom.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it that solid B range then. It's definitely a great belt, but it's not one of our top picks then.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, the 4th generation IWGP World title. This is my personal favorite World Championship. It's got every person's name on it that's held it from the original title in 1972 all the way through. It's got that big classic gold face. To me, this looks like one of the historic boxing belts. So to me, this title kind of represented what you thought of when you thought, Japanese strong style, because those guys came hard. They were known for striking, so it looking like a boxing belt mattered. What do you guys think about the 4th gen IWGP title?
The middle, for some reason, when I'm looking at it, it kind of reminds me of like a pineapple.
That's the shape. Look like a pineapple.
That's the pineapple.
And then the top, it kind of looks like a pineapple, and that's all I'm going to think about now. So what do they do in like?
Title? They get really frisky. They'll wear it upside down, so you know they're DTF.
Jesus. What do they do? Like, so what happens if all of the like names are filled in? Do they have to like make it longer and then add more? Like, how does that work?
I think they cycle through the names to keep all the more modern champions represented.
Because I was going to say, there's no way.
But they've also stopped using that concept, too. And Open the Dragon Gate does a similar one where they have all the champions' like initials on their belt.
And now the way they do it is when they come out and you look at the Titantron, it'll say the 7th IWGP World Champion, and then they do their video.
Interesting.
And they also started over with this one. They didn't do it, but they started with the new one, the butterfly belt we're about to get to. They started their title reigns over again with this belt. So Sonata's the 7th or whatever, and but in reality he's the 47th or whatever the case is.
Gotcha. Okay.
What do you guys give this one as far as rank goes?
I think this belt's real ugly. If I'm being honest, I don't know, like the color of the gold. It's not even really gold. It's like a brass,
like that bronze.
Yeah, copper. Like it looks like a beer can. Like I don't know, like it looks like a beer barrel.
Like you'd get on a beer league soccer tournament if you get first place.
Yeah, like I would definitely give this like C minus. Like I don't like this.
It definitely looks better in real life when you see it.
I'm sure, but
it looks a lot better. I like the meaning about it. I like how like you actually see it's a IWGP. I like the brightness of it. I like how they do the strap, how it's both things, but it's more symmetrical. I like I've always liked it. I liked how they brought it back for a little bit when Okada won the G1, and instead of taking the briefcase, he was like, "Fuck the briefcase! I'm taking this title because it means something. There's
Yeah.
importance to it." And he would carry that around instead of the briefcase. I give this a good B.
B. Katie, what you
Solid
got?
B.
I'm gonna like a low B.
So
It's
we're
not
thinking
the
that-
worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It does kind of look like a pineapple, and that's cool. That's fun. So I can't give it too low of a grade.
I'm gonna put it right slap in the middle between B and C then.
Perfect.
Next. Oh god, this is maybe my least favorite belt in circulation right now in any promotion. It is the 5th generation IWGP World title. It is the Butterfly belt, ladies and gentlemen. This one was debuted a couple years ago after they unified the IWGP Intercontinental title and the World Heavyweight title. This belt to me looks like if you took the WWE Divas Championship, like a Pokemon, and leveled it up with a Spirit Stone, it became the IWGP World title. What you guys got on it?
It looks just
D.
like the Divas Championship. Like, same
D for
shape
divas.
and everything.
D for Divas?
Yes.
Yeah.
D
This
for
is-
divas.
Real terrible.
That didn't take long at all.
Like
Oh.
it has like potential to be cool, but no.
Well, let me
It's
ask
just
you
not-
guys this. The lowest ranked belt right now, whoa, my mouse went crazy, is the Copper Penny tag team titles. Do we hate this one more or less than the Copper Penny tag titles?
No,
No.
copper pennies are still terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I hate it
we'll put-
less.
So we're going to put it as a D?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
All right.
D for divas.
Because
The
it just
Divas.
looks like they said, the Divas, and there's really no design to it. It's just very bright, all one color. It does say IWGP, but it's just,
It
there's
looks
no rhyme or reason to it.
it looks too feminine to be a men's title belt.
And it's always going to remind me of the fact that they got rid of the IC title, which I love so much.
The IC
From
title was
Japan.
ranked high. It was ranked A and S. Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
near the top. It's in the top 4 right now.
Because that's essentially what they did. They combined the IC and then the war title, the 4th generation, to make this. And I wish they would have just not done that. I wish they would have brought back the IC.
The next IC title we're going to talk about is the Black Retro WrestleMania 3 generation IC title. It's very similar to the white strap that we rated real high, but this is the more traditional one, the black strap. They used this one through the 80s. Macho Man, Ricky the Dragon, Ultimate Warrior took this belt and started slapping crazy colors on the straps. This was the traditional IC belt for a long time. Do you guys rank this one as high as you did the white strap, or do you think it drops down a little bit because of the change in the strap?
I for this one, I necessarily don't really think the strap matters because you can barely see it
Yeah,
because your focus is mainly on that main plate.
that big gold
Yeah.
plate right in the middle. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, like if from like the picture, if you just like glance at it, it just looks like it's the main plate and then the side plates as like the actual belt. It doesn't look like there's leather or anything behind it.
I wish that they had kept the globe blue on this one and not made it like just so plain, I guess. I still like this belt. Like, I'd still give it like a B plus. But like, I don't know. I just feel like it comes across really plain. If they had just, kept the globe blue, I think it would have been better. Or made it blue.
So you gave it a B. Katie, what do you give it?
I give it an A.
Mr. Bakley?
I think that's why the white one is better because of how it goes with it. Just like she said, it
Mhm.
looks kind of plain, but the white adds a little bit of a different dimension to it. So it's still good. Like, I like the symmetry on the middle, where you can see everything. And so you got the top, you got that right there, and then you got the globe, which intercontinental, so it kind of means the world, but more like its own distinction. I give it a B plus.
Okay, I'm going to give it an A. So I put it between A and S. It's ranked kind of high. I'd say probably top 6 for right now. This is maybe the next one coming up. My least favorite IC title design besides the current, and it's the Attitude Era Oval IC Championship. I most regularly associate this title with your Chris Jericho's and your Jeff Hardy's coming out of the Attitude Era into the Ruthless Aggression Era. It's got the black strap with the big round oval faceplate, blue globes. They went back to the blue globes on this one. I thought it was kind of weird how Intercontinental kind of like swoops around on this one. And this one was smaller than the other belts, the other IC titles up to this point. What do you guys think of the Oval IC title?
No, see, that bothers me that Intercontinental is up like that.
Like the
Why did
wave
you tell
in
me
it?
that? I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like
would
that.
have been fine if it was just
I do like how they make the globe bigger, and they make that more like a priority. But then they have it on like every gold piece. They have the globe.
Well, it's
I feel
different, different hemispheres.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I like that. That's kind of cool. Because usually when they do like the world and stuff, it's just you only get to see one part, you know?
Yeah.
So I like that aspect, but Intercontinental written like that irritates me. You could have just put it underneath like that. That's stupid. Let me talk to him.
Let me tell you. Yeah.
I do.
Thank you.
I like the shape of it, and I like the little diamonds on the top, but yeah, the way that the Intercontinental is written, it murders it.
Cut her
I'm sorry.
off. How did you... What was that word again? Slurring ass. How much did you drink?
None.
So you just that tired?
Yeah, bro.
All right, what are we giving the Oval IC? I give it a C. It's just not my cup of tea.
See.
It's
See.
See?
C.
I like it when the band
C,
all
senor.
agrees and we all put it together.
I
on
was
this camera.
talking to it like it was in the curve. You know.
All right,
Come on.
we're going into the more modern titles. This is one that will not take long for me because I'm going to immediately put it in the E range, and that is the current United States Championship. I think this belt is horrendous. It doesn't look like a wrestling title to me. What do you guys think?
I mean, it's not the worst.
Kind of reminds me of like a spin top, or it kind of reminds me of like a dreidel. I see. There you go.
Oh, yes, it does
Thank you
look
for
like
that.
a
You're welcome.
dreidel.
You're
It does
welcome.
kind of look like a dreidel. Maybe I'll change my opinion on it now.
You're welcome.
Dreidel
I mean, that
looking
being
ass.
said, dreidel looking ass title. It's like this is maybe like C range again. There's nothing too distinct about it. It's
Yeah.
kind of just dreidel. That's it.
It's like you went to the trophy shop and you said, I need a generic ass United States Championship belt.
And they were like, I got you,
I
fam.
got you,
Here.
I said,
give
here's
it
a
a-
dreidel.
I give it a B minus because I think it's quick and to the point. It says United States champion. You got the flag on the bottom. You got the eagle there right above it. You're not doing too much to it, which is fine. Like that's why it's not like an A or like a B plus.
I'm going to put it right in the
it's just
center
to
seat
the-
then.
It's just to the point, and I like it better than the old one. So
We ranked it higher than the modern IC title. Do you guys both feel like that today, given the fact that we gave the modern IC title a solid D? Do you guys feel like you like the modern US title more than the modern IC title?
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Yeah?
Dreidel looking ass.
Dreidel looking ass.
All right. This right here is my favorite version of the US title, and it was the Ruthless Aggression title. When they transitioned from the WCW title, this one looks like the US title to me. It took what was great about the WCW title with the flag and the gold plates, and it accented the blue, the red, and the white really well. Same as this one. This was my favorite version of the US title in any incarnation. What do you guys think about it?
really thought it was going to be like the Cena Spinner US belt. I got really excited.
I didn't
like,
do
I guess this
any
one's fun
custom
too.
titles on this, by the way. I made it a point not to pick any specific titles to superstars, so no spinner
That's
belts,
fair.
no smoking
That's a different show.
skulls. Yeah, exactly.
But you included MJF's Big Burberry belt.
My show,
Now
my
you
scarf,
can,
my
you
champion.
can barely tell that that's even on there.
No, I know. Honestly, like, I like the current one better than this one.
Whoa.
I agree.
This
I
one's like,
Wow.
this one's like, America!
That's right. Maybe that's why I
Yeah.
like it, America.
America.
America!
Yeah.
I don't know. This
I feel
looks
like they-
cheesy to me.
I feel like they just plastered the WWE logo on top of it and said, "There you go. This is a title."
I don't feel
Yeah,
like this
short, sweet,
logo is
easy.
any worse than any of the other WWE logos. Ooh, excuse me.
I
kinda
feel like
love
at
this
least
one.
they put. I feel like they at least put a little bit of thought into like the new one, like a little bit of thought. Like they didn't, just like I said before, they didn't overdo it, but at least they add a little bit of detail to it. Like they didn't do too much of the flag. Where this one, the flag is like overtaking it. I feel like,
The whole
and then they
center
added
plate
the
is
eagle
flag.
to it.
Yeah. I like this one better than the modern one, though. I like the fact that it's more of an homage to the original WCW title. So me and Katie both say we rank it higher than the current U.S. title, and you guys both think you'll put it lower. Where are we thinking then? I'm going to say B- for my pick.
I was going to say just make it the same as what we made the other one, just to make it fair.
The current U.S. title.
Yeah.
I want to put it right here, and then I want to move the current U.S. title, and I'll put it right beside it. U.S. title on top of the U.S. title. There we go, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
sounds gross.
Sounds like a Pornhub exclusive, if you ask me.
Ooh.
What?
Reminder.
Oh, yeah, what we got last night? I can't wait.
We'll tell you, Katie.
I'm so confused.
The next belt is a mid-card title that isn't a WWE title. It's the TNT Championship, debuted as the Cody Rhodes title in that ridiculous tournament where there was obviously no one there to beat him. He did put that banger on against his brother, though. Cody was a great champion. We've seen Sammy win it. We've seen Darby win it. We've seen Wardlow win it. And then we've seen it play the Hot Potato Championship. I like the old school look and feel. It's the red strap, the same as the old NWA TV titles. It's the same kind of feel, and I know they get a lot of flack from the old WCW thing, but I kind of like that it's an homage to what the old TV titles represented. Even if it is a hot potato, I'm still kind of here for it. What do you guys think about the TNT title?
I mean, it's okay.
It's pretty good.
Solid belt design.
What's on the
Yeah.
side plates?
It looks like Coliseums and or the old school elimination chamber. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with old school elimination chamber. That's what we're
That's
gonna
kinda
say.
what
It
it
is.
looks
It's the old school elimination chambers.
That's what it looks like. So we're just
What
gonna
it
go
looks
with it.
I mean, it's not the ugliest belt.
I give this a solid B-. I feel
Yeah.
like this is one of those slightly above average title designs.
It looks like a title belt, if that makes sense. Like
hmm
I like the old schoolness of it. I like that it's red. I don't know. I think
I know we're not doing like custom ones, but I like the fact that every champion has worn this, has customized it in some way, shape, or form.
Dude, the green one when Miro had it was dope.
I
I
like
really
the
thought Wardlow
Scorpio.
was gonna get green too, and I got sad when he didn't.
I like
so.
the Scorpio one where he made it like purple and he made it like
He made it Lakers colors, yeah.
yeah, that was cool.
Where do you guys rank it though? I said B, so I put it slightly above average, like right above the middle.
yeah.
That
yeah.
sounds good.
You guys good with that?
See,
Si, senor.
Wow. Channeling your inner Michael Scott.
I don't know what that means. Oh yes, I do. Y'all just don't know. I'm so tired.
This thing is getting cluttered. We put everything is D or above. We've got then there's the copper penny tag titles at the bottom.
Maybe we should start being more critical.
All right, this one, there's no way we're going to be critical of this one because It's the Round Eagle. It's the Attitude Era title. This is the one that Stone Cold won. This is the one The Rock won. This is the one Triple H won. This is the one that Mrs. Foley's baby boy won on January 4th, 1999 on Raw against The Rock. Not that I'm a Foley fan. But this was that title they adjusted to after the Winged Eagle. They call it the Round Eagle. Big blue globe. Big gold faceplate on the black strap with the side plates. Champion across the bottom. I like how this looks with the word champion on there because it kind of reminds me of those boxing belts that I love so much. What do you guys think about the Round Eagle title belt?
I like how they used the Attitude Era WWF logo.
The scratch logo.
Yeah, how they do that. You got like the wings in the background. They're there, but they're more like a background piece to the globe, which is pretty cool. A nice detail there, nice symmetric. Doesn't look like a pineapple or anything, just like an oval.
But you know
like
what it does look like?
What's that?
A circular saw blade.
Whee!
You can't unsee it now, can you?
It does kind of look like a circular saw blade.
Yeah.
Cutting down the competition. We put the Winged Eagle at the top. We gave the Winged Eagle an S. Like the top, it was one of the top.
It being round bothers me. I don't know why.
It's too round.
Yes! That's it! It's too round.
Well, what do you guys think about it then? Where do you guys want to put it? Looking at, we put the Winged Eagle as we've got it in the top 5. The New World title is top 6. Do you rank this one lower than you do the Winged Eagle, guys?
It's just, the roundness bothers me, and it looks like a saw.
Chat, let us know what you guys think about some of our ranks. Y'all guys have gone quiet. I say I give this one a solid A. This is my pick. I can give the Round Eagle an A.
I'd give it a C.
A C? So that gives it that B range?
I'll give it a B because it looks like a ball.
A B for ball.
Like a bouncy ball.
Bakley, where are you going to put it, Bubba?
C for
It's up to you.
circular stuff.
I gave it an A.
Okay.
C for circle.
So a B, a C,
C for
and 2
circle.
A's. So I'm going to throw it right here beside the Burke between the A and the B range. Definitely not ranked as high as the Winged Eagle, but not ranked as low as the, what did you call it, Katie? It was the Tombstone title.
It's literally a tombstone. I don't know what to tell you. I'm still standing by the statement.
The Burke is the Tombstone title.
I have stood by that statement.
We're coming to our last 2. This one
okay.
for me, I'm not going to say anything on. I'm going to let you guys go at it, and then I'm going to go last. It is the WWE Universal title. I chose the blue strap because it's the current one they have. I didn't put the current WWE Heavyweight title because it's the same belt with a black strap. So we can kind of argue for both belts accordingly. What do you guys think about it?
Now, see, it's literally the women's title, except maybe just slightly bigger.
Yeah.
And so, I have no issue with it. I really like the blue strap.
Mm.
I like the fact that, it's... Because, all the straps are usually, red or white or black, sometimes brown. But blue straps, I don't know, I feel like it's just... It works better with the title. I mean, you could say the same thing with, the black version of this, because, it's literally the same title. I gave this an A. Same one I gave the women's one the same exact thing. I have no issues with it. I think it's nice. It's clean. It's shiny with the blue. The gold reflects off it nicely.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one.
I concur.
Okay, so that was pretty straightforward.
I like it. I like the fact that they can take on and off the side pieces to whoever's holding the title, even though you wouldn't know it because Roman's had it for 2 years. So you would forget that that's what they do with it.
You forget the side plates come off. Do you guys prefer the side plates with the modern titles where they can adjust them for each champion? Or did you like it when they had the nameplate across the front and they changed the nameplate out?
Why don't we have belts that do both?
The old US title did both. It had the nameplate, and then some of the other titles had side plates. So they did have titles in circulation that did
Do you
both.
need your name on it twice?
Well, maybe not twice, but
Well, you can have your name and then your
Your logo. Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's what they need to do. That'd make it just a little bit better.
I'm not.
It's all about the
I
name
wouldn't
on the
be
front,
mad at
not the
that.
name on the back, right? That's what the Yankees say. That's why they don't put their players' names on their jerseys.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What?
That's why the Yankees players don't have their names on their jerseys, is because it's about the name on the front of their jersey, not the name on the back of their jersey.
Just like they can't wear facial hair.
Yeah, they still have strict dress code policies and stuff. I feel like that's the opposite of what WWE has done with these titles, where they've made it forward-facing about the company and less about the person holding it.
Can I just say for the record, because fuck the Yankees.
Oh, I'm a Red Sox fan. Fuck the Yankees 7 times out of 7, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Fan of
So,
those,
are we going to put this one between A and S, kind of like we did the Women's World title?
yeah, why not? It's the same belt.
It's pretty much the same belt.
It is the
It's
same.
literally the same
The
belt.
shape is slightly different.
Yeah, just but like ever so slightly.
Yes.
Here we are.
I honestly preferred the Raw women's belt versus the SmackDown because I like the red, but
Like blue.
bleh.
Bleh.
The final belt on our list. We've made it. We did it. We've got through almost, I think we did 30 titles between both shows.
Jesus.
The last belt that we're going to throw up on the screen right now
It's gonna be the
is
worst one.
the worst one.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. I don't see
You're
it yet.
going to laugh really hard when you see it. It's my favorite title of all time. It's the NWA World's Heavyweight title. It's the 10 pounds of gold, ladies and gentlemen. This title originated way back when, and we've had everybody that have held it, from King Harley Race and Bruno Sammartino all the way through to good old Tyrus.
Fucking dinosaur holds the.
What do you
favorite
guys
title.
think about the NWA World's Heavyweight title? One of the key focal points a lot of people don't realize is that little corner in the piece where it says USA. That changes out based on the country of origin of whoever the champion is. So instead of putting your name on the front, they put your country of origin, where your birthplace is, on the front facing of the world's title. What do you guys think about the history and legacy that goes into the National Wrestling Alliance 10 pounds of gold?
That's interesting. I didn't know that. Like that's. I think this might actually be the first time I've actually like deadass seen this title.
Like, they've got a lot of the old school callbacks to the shoot wrestling down in the corners.
I see that.
The globe, it's the domed globe title is the correct name for it. Like the actual given name is the domed globe title. They've called it the 10 pounds of gold historically because when it was first made, they had 10 pounds of gold that was made to put on top of it.
Does it actually weigh 10 pounds?
It did at one point, yes.
I've always liked how Nick Aldis would hold it. He would hold it with like prestige. He wouldn't put it around his waist. He hold it with his hand, hold it like it was important.
In his briefcase, like it was of importance. Yeah, he carried it around like it was his status symbol. Do you guys think the 10 pounds of gold means as much today as it did 25, 30 years ago?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, that. And I'm sorry, who is the current NWA World Champion?
Tyrus, and the first night of the Crockett Cup, we get to see the Thrillbilly Silas Mason versus EC3 for the National Heavyweight title. Get your tickets now.
That sounds
That was my plug.
wow.
Honestly,
Help
y'all
your case here.
y'all should not sleep on it. Like, ignore Billy Corgan, but like y'all really shouldn't sleep on NWA. It's actually really good.
What do you guys think about the title?
I'll just say this. I'll just say that if people are gonna knock on AEW because of all the crazy things Tony Khan does, then they gotta knock Billy Corgan because he's kind of been almost worse. I feel like just crazy with everything. He's added more shows. I feel like, and then he added belts for that second show.
Yeah, he did. The U.S. Heavyweight Tag Team titles.
Yeah.
I like this title. Oh, sorry, Dan.
No, you're good. But I really like this. I give this one an A. I like a lot of the detail. It's small. I feel like it's miniature, which is pretty cool. Like I said, I like how Nick Aldis would walk out like this.
I've got a
Like it was
picture of
just-
him on the wall carrying it, where he held it with the straps laid in, and he would hold it with his hand.
Yeah. I give it an A.
I appreciate that they have not felt the need to have to constantly change this belt. It is classic, and it is the same as it was the day that I mean, there have been new ones made, but it's the same as the day that it was debuted.
Agreed. It's the same belt, same design.
You know, when you have something like that, that's, you know, a big piece of nostalgia and is as important to the sport as the NWA once was. You know, without the NWA, we wouldn't have a lot of what we have now. And so, I mean, I give it an A based upon nostalgia. Is it the most beautiful, amazing, like, design? No, but it is classic and nostalgic, and, like, when you see that, it's like, that's a wrestling belt.
All right.
Is there a reason that it's the biggest thing on the screen right now?
I'm moving it back down.
Okay.
Because he wants everybody to grade it as high as he thinks it's
I really thought that's why he was just like, everybody look at this right now.
No, he is.
Where do you
I'm
guys
just
want to
gonna
put
leave
it?
it there until we give it number one.
I give it an obvious S. I said it was my favorite title design of all time. Al, give it an A. Dan, give it an A. Katie, where do you put it?
So I'll give it an A for the sheer fact that, like, it is unique in that aspect where the nameplate doesn't change or anything. It's the country, like, that's no other belt that I am aware of does that, so it's very unique, and that is a cool aspect of it. Obviously, I don't know, like, so, like, how many countries do they have on the strap?
The 4 most recent champions, other than the center plate being the championship.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. That's unique. I like that. So yeah, I would give it an A.
Cool. I put it between an A and an S because I was obviously everybody gave it an A except for me. So that's it. We graded 30 titles over the last 2 weeks, roughly. My simple question to you guys: of all the titles that we graded, what is your specific favorite title design of all time? It doesn't have to be one we talked about. It could be one that wasn't on the list. The Mega Championship, the Winged Eagle, the White Strapped IC, the Women's title, the White Strapped IWGP White IC title, all highly ranked. But do you have one that's your favorite?
I don't know. I really fucked with that AAA title. That was kind of cool. I was very shocked at myself that I liked that as much as I did. No, that's. I'll say that. Fuck it. Why not? But if it's not that, then it's a spinner belt for sure.
There's the AAA. I moved it back to the top so everybody could see it. I love the fact that it stayed the same. My vote's for the 10 pounds of gold, but I would definitely give the AAA an honorable mention for being up there. Al, Dan, what you guys got?
The White IC title.
That's a great one too.
Mine is the current Raw Women's Championship. With the red with the white belt, like, it just pops to me, and I just think it's beautiful. Like, it's, you know, like we've said about, like, that belt and the current men's belt, like, it's clean and it's, you know, but not that one.
There we go.
But not that one.
I like that belt a lot too. That might be my favorite women's title design.
But in red, not the blue.
I like the Raw.
I like red.
I like blue.
I mean, blue is one of my, the whole house is blue, but I also really like red. I don't know, just something about, like, the Raw title, like, just pops to me.
Okay, so the AAA, the White Strapped IC title, the current Raw Women's title, but do we all agree? This is a super important question here. Do we all agree that? Let me get it back up to the fucking top before I make it show up. Do we all agree that that stupid fucking penny belt is the worst penny? Yes. Or is the worst belt of all time?
It's awful.
That or the 24/7 title. Like, they're tied.
Ooh, I forgot about the 24/7 title.
All right.
Yeah, so did I.
Last question before we plug it and go home. Delete one from history. If you had to get rid of one because it's just absolutely horrendous, which title would it be?
This one.
The penny belt?
Yeah. I'm trying to, like, point to it, but then you moved it.
I moved it. Katie, Dan? Which belt would you guys get rid of? Based on its design, not the history of it, just eliminate a specific design from history.
I'm getting rid of that weird looking Butterfly Divas knockoff belt.
Ooh, yeah.
The IWGP title?
Yes.
Diva Divas.
Yes.
It
The
looks
fifth
like a
generation
lady,
one.
like a lady belt.
It's not even that. It's just the knockoff shitty version of the
Looks
Divas.
like a
The
ring.
Divas belt's better than that one.
Fair.
Looks like a ring that you're buying somebody for like engagement or something.
I could agree with that. I'll knock that one off just so we could go back to the 4th gen. The pineapple belt.
Pineapple.
All right, guys. That was fun. I'm glad you guys were here. I love you guys. Plug your stuff. Tell everybody where to find you. Katie, you want to go first?
Yes, sir. You can follow me on Twitter at KatieWrestling13. The link tree in my bio to all things ShElite Showcase. Twitch.tv/ShElite Showcase. Typically Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern. YouTube.com/ShElite Showcase. Watch videos because they're way more entertaining. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. If you want to listen, ShElite Showcase is the brand and the weekly show that I do with my co-host Savannah. Inside the Mind is an interview series I do. No, there hasn't been a new one in about a month, and I don't want to talk about it. But you know what I did when I wasn't doing that? I finished part 3 of my Fight Forever Wrestling Soulmates series. If you want to know more about KO and Sammy, Becky, Charlotte, Omega and Okada. See, I traveled outside of WWEW, proud of myself, because people wanted it. And Taker HBK, highly recommend you go read that. Yeah, I do a bunch of stuff. I'm always on SmackDown Raw. You can find me there. I'll be on Croatia Conversations on Tuesday.
Nice.
That's awesome.
What?
Vaguely.
You can find me on Twitter at CageIQ. You can find all my content on my YouTube page, CageMyIQ, and on the Bloodline Entertainment Network's YouTube page. Of course, you can also find me on Bloodline Entertainment Network. It's on Twitter. I put out content every Wednesday at 5 o'clock for my UFC prediction videos that I put out. I got nothing coming out this week because there's no UFC event this weekend. Plus, I'm going on vacation on Sunday for the week in Florida for my nephew's graduation. So that's going to be nice. But I will be putting out 2 videos for Night of Champions and for NXT Battleground. Just 2 20-minute videos of my predictions. Quick and easy. You can check them out on both platforms there. And then I'll be back pushing strong with my UFC videos the following week.
Sweet. Al, you got anything for us?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Just a Girl 918. I'm really behind in content and all of the things. Hoping to catch up. Botched is going on the road. So we have been asked to come and hang out at the NWA Crockett Cup. So that's pretty exciting. Despite what everybody else thinks.
We like the NWA.
We like the NWA.
We like the NWA.
They put on a good show even if there aren't snacks. But Billy, if you're listening, please give us snacks this time. No, look, okay, so a little backstory. We went to the NWA tapings in Nashville.
Mm.
There was literally nothing.
No, 0 concessions.
5 hours, no concessions, no water, no sex. Like, during an intermission, they, like, pass out some candy.
Which I enjoyed, but still.
I was gonna say, if anybody enjoyed it, it was fucking Will.
True, but like, and it was like freezing cold in there. And yeah, so because of Billy Corgan not providing snacks, I always make sure that I carry snacks for our cranky
For the
hosts.
certain child that you.
That's me. I'm a cranky child.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've got a lot of good stuff in the works. So yeah, you can talk about the DVD we got.
we were at an independent wrestling show yesterday, and what's better than an independent wrestler like selling you merch? Because you need to go support indie wrestling. Support your local independent wrestling. You know what he had, Katie, and you know what we bought? This independent wrestler was in an independent horror movie. Yeah, and we got it on DVD.
You need to tell Matt immediately.
We're going to try to figure out a way to digitize it so we can send it over to Matt. It's like B-list independent horror, and it's apparently like so bad it's funny, and we can't wait to watch it.
It's called Screwdriver.
Yeah, it's called Screwdriver.
That's my favorite drink to get at a bar. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a bunch of independent wrestlers making an independent horror movie.
I love it.
And they've apparently done several.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys, I can't wait to see Matt's reaction when you tell
I'll
us.
send you guys the picture in the group thread when we get off air. It's awesome.
Please.
I guess that's it. Got some housekeeping stuff. Check out Angry Lemonade. Check out the Botched Pots and Chair Shots storefront if you want any cool merch from our official sponsor. I don't have their logo up yet on the stream, but we will. So check out Angry Lemonade for all Botched Pots and Chair Shots merch. Join the Discord and check that out. Check the description, all of that nonsense. Hang out there, get show stuff, hang out with other wrestling fans. Do that stuff. The Crockett Cup. We've got a subathon planned. We're finally going to do it next Sunday night. It's going to be 24 hours. You'll have a chance to add time to that by tipping and going in and subbing while I stream and doing all of that stuff. I'll drop more information leading in the next weekend for that. It'll be between 24 and 36 hours, depending on how long you guys want to make me work at it. But other than that, I'll do my shout-outs. I'm not going to sing it this week.
Why you were supposed to sing your intro?
I did forget to sing the intro. I just forgot. Follow the Wrestle Talk Wolfpack. Those guys are trekking away over there on their Twitter. Follow the Geeks and Noob podcast at Geeks and Noob on Twitch. Follow Cole TV. Follow Wrestling with the Truth and Ted the Hillbilly Hill. Follow all things that's Creation World. That's MATTRIDDER, Matt Ritter, my buddy SES Vince, Lord Cusselat, Travis Pointer, and Mara the Shark Watkins. Follow the Bloodline Entertainment Network, Dan and his boys. He's over on that side. That was Al. Al's with me. Follow the Brainbuster boys, our boy Brett and those guys. They do some really cool stuff, some fun watch-alongs and everything they got going on. Follow all of our friends. Follow our people. Great show. Follow Clark Street. Clark Street hung out with us tonight. I appreciate you guys for sticking around on YouTube. I can't see who's on YouTube. I still haven't figured out how to get all that to translate over to OBS for me. So I appreciate you hanging out and modding the chat over there, Clark Street. But I think that's it, guys. Yeah. But now as we close another episode of Botched Pots and Chair Shots, I want to take a minute, thank you for listening, remind you to go wherever you do anything on the internet, like, follow, subscribe, unsubscribe, then subscribe again, leave a comment telling me how great I am or how terrible I sound. Either way, it helps the algorithm and it helps find new listeners. If you're feeling really generous, be one of the VIP people, head over to patreon.com and donate to the Rivet City Radio Podcast Network. You get some fantastic swag, we get some fantastic guests. It's a win-win for Dirty Dan Bakley from CagemyIQ. Dirty Dan Bakley from Baked Potato. What does he call you?
Loaded Baked Potato.
Loaded Baked Potato. And
please get it correct.
Loaded Baked Potato. And for the boss bitch, Miss Allison Siegel. I am the Will Gray. Thanks for stopping by and listening, my people.